Hello there, friends. Welcome back or welcome. This is Domas and the Soul channel that we're in at the moment. It's been a while, and I thought I'll record a message for you today. What I'm thinking about today is if you don't ever take time off to recuperate, to digest, to rethink your actions and make certain changes in your actions, how are you gonna achieve or live that different life that you're looking for? I've spent some time off from making videos. From it so happened that I'm taking some time off and I'm seeing a friend in the capital, and I'm feeling good for doing that. I feel like I'm relaxing. I feel like I'm just taking time for myself, writing, drawing, and enjoying life. And without these moments, you can't really see the real purpose of life. I think my brother, he lives in Norway, and he said to me once, you either live to work or you work to live. And he said, I work to live. And this is what he said to me, we take time off so we could work. And sometimes it feels like where I'm around, it's like people live to work. Their whole life is based around work and not leisure, not relaxing, not exercising, peace. And I think that's where all the diseases come from. I think that's where we stress ourselves out too much. We work ourselves to death. And as an artist, I can't really reflect on life if I don't take time off. And sometimes you gotta like change your location or change your mood, or some people take drugs in order to change their state of mind. But you can just go on a little trip. And as someone that has had and still has psychological issues in his life, I noticed that nobody is going to come and save you. It's only you that can take care of yourself, and you that can give that love to yourself. Sometimes other people show it to you, and I'm having quite good examples of that at the moment. When you trust other people and you can feel how they show love to you, and you become more loving towards yourself, which is a hard thing to do, at least for me. I'm staying with a friend for the last 4 days, and so it happened that I don't have the studies as well. Like, studies got canceled, and I'll be heading back home today. And I thought I was gonna be heading back home yesterday, but I just didn't want to go. I just really enjoyed relaxing, and being in somebody else's space. And my friend likes to have me around, and we have a good time together. So why not to enjoy it? I even feel weird talking about it. It seems like common sense to just enjoy your day-to-day life. But as, I don't know, someone that has, I think, anxious attachment, I'm like, I start to feel like I don't know how to be on my own. Like I really stress myself out a lot whilst being alone. Um, Never relax. So, you know, if you sometimes people relax when they're on their own, and sometimes people relax when they're with other people. And lately I've been just thinking I'm really in need of other people. Like I feel much better around other people. And there's always this sense of guilt that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm not painting, I'm not drawing, I'm not this, I'm not that. And it's like, how am I gonna do it if I don't want to do it? Maybe that's not my purpose here. Maybe I'm supposed to do something else here, like something completely different. I don't know, but that's another state of mind that I get into, where I feel like whatever I'm doing is wrong, and I need to do the next thing. So it's like, give yourself a break. That's what I wanted to say today. Give yourself a break, and things just fall into place. I think we live in a society where everything's based on production, producing more, doing more, advancing more, um, just more. But if you want more, you just become a moron soon. So you take more on and you become a moron. And more of what? Because with more of good, just same like with addiction, you have more of excitement in the now and you have a big drop in energy later on. So what's the purpose of that? So maybe it's not about having more, it's having quality. And I always say it's like we have enough, we have more than we need. And it comes down to the individual, what the individual does and how much the individual consumes. And they say the power is in the hands of the government, the rich people, the whatever people that are in control. It's like, no, the power is in your hands. Your life is in your hands. But because we're looking at these screens continuously, because um, we don't know who we are anymore. We don't know what we're even supposed to be doing. We're always looking for somebody else to tell us what to do. And we run into these people. We run into these people that think that they know what's better for us better than we know it ourselves, and only you can know what's best for you. That's why I don't know, lately I've just been enjoying just lying down on bed. Like, trust me, I'm bad at doing that. Like, I lay down and I'm like, okay, 5 minutes in, I'm like, it's time to do something, time to roll. And it's like, Role where? Like, what are you supposed to do? What do you want to do? Do you even ask yourself? Like, or are you just doing things out of impulse, out of the habit of doing something? Because if you are, then you're not questioning why you're doing it. And where does it all lead to? We're all going towards self-destruction anyway. So building your whole life, and then it's all gone in a moment. But maybe that's the big lesson of life. I don't know. Sometimes I'm feeling like you have to produce and you have to do something big, but like sometimes I just don't know what is big, what is. I think being a human is most important. You know, just be, and everything else just comes. And eventually, you want to do good. Eventually, you want to be a good person, and you are a good person. Relax. You're doing great. So, thank you for being you. Thank you for coming and listening. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're enjoying your life. You only have one life. You don't know what's happening afterwards. We only know what we have now. And that's all we have is the now. So congratulate yourself because you're doing great. Don't forget about yourself. Don't forget about how important you are and how wonderful you are, because you're a miracle. And miracles are rare in this world. You're not a consumer, you're not a user. You're genuine. You're looking into yourself for what's really true. And well done for doing that. Keep digging into your unconscious and keep finding things out about yourself, and then you'll find out things about your surroundings. So be here and now. Love you lots. Have a great day. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime. And I'll catch you in the next one. Much love. Take care and peace.